Good morning and welcome to the show. I'm here with Dr. Ronald Johnston at Advanced Dermatology and Skincare Center here in Panama City. And Dr. Johnston, thanks for letting us in behind the scenes today.
Absolutely.
Now, you do a lot of different things here. And one of the more popular procedures that you do is Botox, isn't it?
It is. It's one of the more common, or the most common, one of the most common cosmetic procedures today. Millions of people around the world get it done every year.
Now, what exactly is Botox?
Botox is actually botulinum toxin, so it comes from a bacteria. In the old days, years ago, people used to know it as botulinum, which it was when people did home canning and home things like that. It was the bacteria that was at risk of getting in there, and it could sometimes cause problems or respiratory distress. So what they did is they found out how this worked, and they took it, purified it in the lab, and what we do now is inject it into certain areas, and it paralyzes the nerve temporarily so that the muscles can't contract.
Now, are there any bad side effects from having Botox? Or that
Botox is extremely safe. It's unlikely that you'll have risks. Most commonly, where the risks are, or the biggest risks, is when you've got a lot of other medical conditions and they're using it for other things, where you've got a lot of contractions and they're using high doses of Botox. But the amount that we inject into the face is very low. It stays pretty much where you put it, so it's unlike. So most of the side effects are you can have a little bit of discomfort, maybe a little bruising. Some people get a little headache that day when they get the Botox, but really it's quite safe. It's rare to get side effects.
Say, for instance, I was one of my viewers and I came in here as a patient and I said I wanted some Botox. What would you do to kind of evaluate me to see if I was a good candidate or not?
Well, first of all, I'd make sure you didn't have any medical contraindications or medical reasons we couldn't do it. And most people are, as long as they're healthy, and it's usually not an issue at all. And then what we do is I talk about your face, and we sort of have you look at it in the mirror.
What's left of it, yeah.
And I have you make different expressions. Yeah. And usually Botox is injected between the eyebrows and over on the sides of the crow's feet that most people know it as. So if you get mad at me and be mad, okay. So you've got a very strong, what's called glabella area, which is between the eyebrows. It's got the muscles here and the muscles over here that are contracting down. Okay,
a strong glabella? Is that what you call that?
Glabella. That's what that area is called on the medical term. Or between the eyebrows is easy to remember. So you've got a very strong glabella area between the eyebrows. So what happens is when you're constantly making that face for whatever reason at the wife or whoever, the
mostly
kids.
In traffic.
That's right.
If you see me on 390 in the morning, you'll know it.
What you'll end up doing is you basically end up etching those grooves, etching those wrinkles into the skin. And you can see even on you, you've got some wrinkles that even when your face is relaxed, you can still see those wrinkles. So what it does is it softens those wrinkles, keeps them from getting worse by that contracting, and then also when you do make expressions, it doesn't make it so prominent like you did. So when we do the Botox on you, instead of you being able to go like this, you're only going to be able to do it a small amount.
Okay. So it'll kind of even things out.
Exactly. And then so when I injected you, what I would do is I would inject somewhere in those muscles right here to get you to sort of knock that out. Now, go ahead and smile for me. Okay, so this is the crow's feet, so this is a common area that women like to get injected in, and men do a lot of Botox too, so it's not just the women anymore.
Thanks for qualifying that.
There you go, that's right. And then so what we do here is you can see the wrinkles on you here, so now if you relax, what we do is a couple of injections right along here to basically knock out those muscles. And it usually takes about 3 to 5 days to see the results. You definitely should see results by a week. And then what you'll see is by 2 weeks you get the maximum results. So usually I'll see patients back if they're a new patient or if they have any concerns in 2 weeks, and we can always do a touch-up if needed.
And what about the forehead? If you got like wrinkle lines and things like that?
Absolutely. Forehead is another area that you can do. So if you raise your forehead up to me, be surprised. There you go. So what we would do here is just do a couple of shots along your forehead to knock out these wrinkles up there. And the other thing you can do with the Botox is on women is I can put a little bit on the lateral eyebrow, and this will drop this, and we can give you what's called the Botox brow lift, which it sort of causes in a female to go ahead and arch up. Because women like that in today's society, as opposed to men like more of the flat eyebrows, sort of the Cro-Magnon look, so they don't mind if the brow drops.
I'm only the second generation of my family to walk on the hind feet, so I really like that Cro-Magnon look.
There you go, the tough look.
I think I'm going to stick with that. We've got to run off to the local weather, but maybe on the other side of that, you could show me how this procedure goes.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be right back after your weather, brought to you by the West Pittman Law Firm, westpittmanlawfirm.com. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Dr. Ronald Johnston and Ashley at Advanced Dermatology and Skincare here in Panama City. And I think I'm about to get a little Botox, Doc, huh?
Now's the time.
All right, now's the time. Now, we've done the consultation. You kind of mapped out my face.
Correct.
To find out where the little problem points are. Problem point.
Yeah, and some providers will do that. I mean, it goes on their experience. I mean, I don't always put the dots on there, but it's good when they're learning. They'll typically do that, but usually when you get experience, you can just go. So we'll go ahead and start the injection. It's a very small needle. I use what's an insulin type needle, which is very small, very fine.
Okay.
Most people, it's going to feel like a little bee
It's a
sting.
little tiny needle.
It's a tiny, teeny needle. Okay. So go ahead and be mad at me again. All right, okay, relax. You can turn your head the other side.
I'll be mad at you
Relax.
afterwards.
And we just sort of put that injection in there, and that's one. Be mad one more time. Okay, relax. Okay.
We got to go get lunch after this.
That's right. My stomach's growling. It's time for
Mine too. I haven't eaten yet.
Okay, be mad one more time. Relax. You felt that one a little
I
bit, huh?
did feel that one. That one I felt. The other
Be mad again. Okay, relax. All right. Still feel that one a little bit. A little bee sting. Little bee sting is all.
Okay.
Bee sting. We're almost done. Boom.
Oh yeah. Who knew wrinkles could hurt?
That's right.
Yeah.
And you can see you get little blebs, and these little blebs that you've got are going to go away in about 10 to 15 minutes once that fluid gets absorbed.
And actually, that doesn't really hurt so bad. It is a little pinch. It is a little sting. And there's no numbing or anything going on here.
No, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll have you hold a little ice bag up here, a little ice packet up here, just to sort of take a little bit off, maybe help with the bruising. But for you, we knew you were tough and you didn't.
Ah, yeah, I am. Not really. Cowards run in my family, you know.
Go ahead and turn your
Get it? Cowards run in my family. Okay.
Go ahead and turn to your left.
Okay,
There
to
you
my
go.
left.
Good.
Thank
Smile. Okay, now
Hi,
relax.
Ashley.
Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and inject right down here. Boom, little bee sting. Little bee sting. There you go, and that's that. That's it.
Wow.
Felt that one, huh?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do feel that.
Turn your head this way, and then smile
Okay.
again for me. Okay, relax. Okay, we're just going to inject a little bit more here. Little bee sting again. And most people take somewhere between 10 to 12 units of Botox. You've got some wrinkles that go a little bit back here and a little bit there. So 10 to 12 units on the crow's feet, so you'll get about 20 to 25 units. Felt that one again, huh?
Yeah, I did. It's not super painful. It's really more uncomfortable. And,
Yeah. It all depends. Everybody's got a different pain threshold, but it's a
Yeah.
very small needle, so it's not too
Yeah.
bad. Go ahead and raise your forehead up. Okay, relax. And then what we're going to do is just go right across here.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, everybody's and sometimes around the. Go ahead and raise your forehead one more time. Okay, relax. Sometimes around the eyes, it's a little bit more tender. Everybody's a little bit tender in certain areas, but let's see, and that looks like that's about it. So you look a little lumpy right now, but that'll go away here shortly. I usually will tell my patients to go ahead and do about, maybe 10, 15 minutes. We give them an ice pack to use for the next 10 to 15 minutes, and then usually it goes away. The biggest risk, like I said, is probably maybe a little pinpoint bruising or bleeding, but you look like you'll be fine.
Okay, so what should I expect after this? Just go home, relax a little bit maybe, and...
I usually tell my patients to, at least for the next hour or two, just take it easy. You really don't have to do anything different in your life. I tell them not really to go work out or do anything in the next couple of hours, but by this evening or tomorrow for sure, you can pretty much do whatever you want. It's not going to go very far, maybe half an inch from where I injected. So as long as you don't push it around or go get a facial or do something too much in the next couple of hours, you can do whatever you want.
And it's amazing, it only took a minute.
That's right.
So, well, we got to run off to a break, but maybe on the other side of that, you can tell me about the other things that you do here at Advanced Dermatology and Skincare here in Panama City, and we'll be right back after your Mad Hatter Minute.
Hi, this is David Lovett, and this is your Mad Hatter Minute. The engine coolant can be best described as the lifeblood of the motor. Antifreeze, also known as engine coolant, is the fluid that helps maintain optimal engine temperatures, and it has to be changed from time to time. Keeping your antifreeze fresh is very important. Over time, the inhibitors in the antifreeze that keep your car from overheating start to break down and lose their properties, and that's when problems begin. First, the obvious. Your vehicle is likely to overheat, especially in the summertime. The extreme heat created by the engine combined with the extreme outside temperatures can result in an overheating condition which can cause some serious damage to your motor. Secondly, in wintertime, your car is not protected from the cold. Freezing temperatures can cause the coolant inside your vehicle to freeze and expand, which could crack your engine block. Lastly, a condition known as electrolysis can form. Your vehicle actually generates electricity. Your engine is protected by the inhibitors in the engine coolant. When the inhibitors begin to break down, your protection is lost, and your engine block starts to corrode from the inside out. You have to change your engine coolant in accordance to your manufacturer's recommendation. Most vehicles today have extended life coolant, which means that the coolant can go for 100,000 miles. Check your owner's manual or ask a trusted auto repair facility when you should have your coolant exchanged. I am David Lovett, and that has been your Mad Hatter Minute.
Hey folks, this is Joshua Brown with Mad Hatter on 23rd Street. Is your check engine light on? If it is, text MADHAT28, that's MADHAT28, to 24247.
Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Dr. Ronald Johnston at Advanced Skincare and Dermatology, or let's say that backwards, Advanced Dermatology and Skincare here in Panama City. And I just had some Botox shots, and I got a little ice pack here, and it's actually not too bad.
No, and the bumps are already, it's only been a couple minutes, and the bumps are already going away.
Yeah. So if a big coward like me can do this, just about anybody can do it. Huh?
Men are usually the ones who have the most challenge with the needles. Women usually are tough, and they have no problems with the needles.
Yeah, women are very special when it comes to things like that. Once you go through childbirth, I guess, a needle in the face is nothing. Now, you do Botox here, but you do a whole bunch of other things as well, don't you?
Correct. Botox pretty much treats the upper part of the face like we did. Now, if we were going to treat the lower part of your face, because when you get older, you lose fat volume. And so your face usually starts to sag, and you start to get creases where you didn't know you had creases.
Although my volume of fat is going up, but not in the right places.
So we typically will use a filler like Juvederm, like we discussed last time, which is hyaluronic acid. It'll plump up the skin. So you'd use that on these smile lines. So on you, what it would do is it would plump this up and make it more like this to give you that youthful look. And you can see down here you're losing volume too, and it plump that up. So that's where its main use is in the lower part of the face.
And those are also injections, is what we're talking about.
Correct. Those are injections. They last longer than Botox. They last anywhere from 6 to 12 months usually.
Is that collagen? Is that what
it's not collagen. It's actually hyaluronic acid, which is in the skin normally. Its main function in the skin, or one of its main functions, is to absorb water. So it plumps up the skin by absorbing that water, and the body's familiar with it. It actually makes its own hyaluronic acid, but it's able to rapidly break it down and build it. What they've done in the laboratory then is just attach molecules onto it so the body can't break it down as quick, so it lasts 6 to 12 months.
Now, you also do tattoo removal here, and you've got a laser back here and some other things that...
we do a lot of things at Advanced Dermatology. We've got the PicoSure tattoo removal laser, which is one of the most popular and one of the best lasers out there for tattoo removal. It does all colors and does it in fewer treatments than the past lasers. We also have the Vanquish and the Exilus, which are fat reduction devices, which are non-surgical devices in order to take off fat where you don't want it, like around the waist, maybe an inch or two off the waist, as well as CO2 rejuvenation and a vascular laser to get rid of redness and brown spots.
Wow, that's amazing stuff that you can do all that here in one place, But the fat reduction thing, I thought that was all diet and exercise.
That definitely it helps, but sometimes you just got tough spots, especially around the little pooch right here that some people have trouble with. That it can help tighten that up and reduce it and get that fat reduction in that area where you want it and focus it.
Yeah, and how does that work? I mean, I guess it works on some sort of molecular level where it kind of...
Fat's susceptible to either cold or heat, and this device uses heat to focus it into the cells and make them fall apart. Or you can do the same thing with cold, which is where it causes trauma to those cells, and again, they fall apart.
Yeah, and then your body metabolizes that.
Metabolizes them, and then you get rid of them.
And then you just got to cut down on the cheeseburgers, and you're good to go.
That's right. Don't plump up your remaining fat cells. That's right.
Well, Dr. Ronald Johnston, thank you so much, sir, for the needle in the face. How often do you get to use that term? And we'll look forward to having you back on the show soon.
Absolutely. Advanced Dermatology.
Advanced Dermatology, and how do we get in touch with you?
You can call us locally at 250-5790.
And we'll be right back.
Welcome to Waking Up with Don. I'm Cass Stevens from 30ATV, and we're here live at the Pearl in beautiful Rosemary Beach. They've got a beautiful bar, hotel, and restaurant inside. We're about to go check out their anniversary party, the Havana Beach Rooftop Bar. What are you going to do for us today?
We're going to make a blackberry mojito.
Is this one of your favorite drinks?
Very popular drink. Very colorful, a lot of flavor to it.
Probably really
The guests-
refreshing
guests
down
enjoy
here
them.
on the beach.
Oh, yeah. Some limes and simple syrup. We're going to muddle these ingredients with some blackberries.
What kind of rum do you guys use in your mojitos?
We've got quite a few, large variety of rum. You can specialize whatever rum you like.
That looks
And-
gorgeous.
Mojitos.
All right, I'm going to give this a try. Wow, that is definitely the best mojito that I've had. All right, well, thank you, Victor, for this wonderful drink here at the main bar. Now we're going to go up to our next stop, the Havana Beach Rooftop Bar, where the real party's going on. Now we're here live at the Havana Beach Rooftop Bar. I'm here with Gabrielle Tessa, the resort manager here at the Pearl. How are you doing, Gabby?
Great, pleasure, thank you.
Well, this place is definitely up to 38 standards. This place is beautiful, inside and out. You're not wearing your fedora, so I'm a little upset, but at least you got the flower.
We have to bring a little Latin flair. We're reintroducing some new menus, or we will be for the most part, into Havana Beach, which is already a very popular restaurant for 30A, and we're excited to be part of that.
I'm excited too. This place is awesome. We're drinking watermelon mojitos. It's gorgeous out here. It's a lot of fun. They do movies out here. You guys definitely need to come and check it out, especially for happy hour. Had to find the person with the most pearls on here at the Pearl, which I love, by the way.
Thank you.
No problem. How are you doing tonight, Allison?
Doing great. Thank you.
And you actually make your own jewelry, don't you?
I do. That's what I do every day.
Where can we find necklaces like this? Where can we go to get some of your jewelry?
Well, my studio is in Grayton Beach, next to Hurricane Oyster Bar, and Fusion Art Glass carries my stuff in both of their locations in Seaside and in Grand Boulevard.
Thank you so much, Allison. All right. And Dawn, I challenge you to find someone who has this many pearls on at the Pearl. Matt Moore is the executive chef here at the Pearl.
We want to infuse really the Portuguese and the Spanish and Cuba and what it represents as a culture more so than just a little food. So
This is awesome. Everything looks so fresh and amazing. I can't wait to try it.
Right.
Thank you so much, Matt.
absolutely.
Welcome back to the show. In my never-ending search for local talent, we have found Southern Sunday, and we have them right here on the Don Arias Show. And thanks so much for coming on the show, guys.
We're really happy to be here.
Yeah, what are you going to sing?
There's another one by a guy that a lot of people don't really know. His name's Trent Tomlinson. It's a ballad. It's called One Wing in the Fire.
One Wing in the Fire.
Yeah, it's a good song.
And you know, the music from guys you don't really know is usually the best.
It's a great song. I think you'll like it. So.
All right, I'll take it away.
Daddy's been a back row Baptist, but he shared the front row sin. Saturday night still on his breath, every Sunday when he walked in. He never led the benediction, he never sang in the choir. But he's an angel with no halo and one wing in the fire. Mama lives by the Bible lives by the bed. She lied alone so many nights, the scriptures in her head, praying, good Lord, just be with him. I know his faith is tired, but he's an angel with no halo and one wing in the fire. And I know he lives a little left of living right, and he's come close to going way too far a few times. I trade 1,000 prayers if just one prayer would come true. Lord, please believe in him like I believe in you. Daddy's always been there for me, from b-ball to touchdowns, and fix my car and fix my heart when they've been broken down. I know he calls for more forgiveness than most folks do require, but he's an angel with no halo and one wing in the fire. And I know he lives a little left of living right, and he's come close to going way too far a few times. I'd trade 1,000 prayers if just one prayer would come true. Lord, please believe in him like I believe in you. Well, I just can't imagine what heaven must be like. It's me and Mama making without Daddy by our side. Well, good Lord, please remember when it's time to call us higher, that he's an angel with no halo and one wing in the fire.